Okay, YouTube. I've never filmed my my compost or my worm bin. Never filmed any of that. So decided I'd show you a little bit of it. This in here was a compost I started a year and a half ago. Yeah, it's a compost I started a year and a half ago, and it's finished. You can see it's really black, and I'll pull it out in a minute. But when that one got finished, because I'm using trash cans, yeah, it's kind of a ghetto setup. I'm gonna get a actual composter or a better setup. I've been looking at some things, so I can turn it more efficiently. I can turn the stuff, not really. That's why I end up putting worms in here, because with worms you don't have to turn it. But anyway, still, I want something a little better. So I take stuff, any kitchen scraps, whatnot, they get thrown into either this bin or that bin. As well as when I get worm castings out of here, I sift it because it's actually quite compact. So what I use to sift it is, I went online and I found these. They use these for panning for gold, basically sorting out the media. This is a 1/4 inch screen. I also have another one over there that's an 1/8 inch screen. Now, if you want to filter out all the babies and the worm eggs, you need to use that 1/4 inch, but I warn you, it's going to go a lot slower. I mean the 1/8 inch, you need to use the 1/8 inch, the smaller one. If you want to just weed out the big worms and, take the chance that some of the little worms and some of the eggs fall through, use this 1/4 inch. The 1/4 inch is going to go a lot faster. But what you could do is, if you want to speed it up, you can double sift it. So go through the 1/4 inch first, and then whatever you've sorted through the 1/4 inch, take it through the 1/8 inch, and you'll catch all the little worms, eggs, and whatnot. I'm not super anal about making sure I get every single worm, but I do want to get most of them. So what I do is I grab a nice shovelful, put it in there, and I come around here, grab this, and then pretty much you just want to shake it. You can see falling through, and all the big stuff, like stuff that the worms didn't finish eating, or bigger stuff. Sometimes a few sticks get in here, different things like that. You can kind of tell, see how it's slowing down, not much is coming through. If you look on top, you'll see some of this bigger stuff. Take the bigger stuff, dump it back in there, so it can go through the process again. And pretty much just do this over and over until you got all your stuff sifted. It's a little time consuming, but I don't mind it. Gives me something to do. Gives me a decent workout. I mean, this isn't super heavy, but shake it for a while. You'll see the difference. And then I don't know how glass got in here, but there's some glass in there. Get that out. You can kind of tell when you... And granted, you don't have to sift this. It just goes in there like that. See, this is stuff that I think we'll come to. You don't have to sift this. This is an extra step. You can take this and take it straight into your garden and use it on your plants. No problem. The way it is. Just you might want to fluff it up some so it can, be a little lighter and fluffier. That's why I like to sift mine, so that the roots of the plants can get through there good and they don't have to work as hard. Because sometimes if you have a little too compacted of a medium, It's hard for them to get through it. Let me show you the consistency of this. So you can just see how loose that is. Not compacted at all. And it holds moisture really well. Like you can see, it will hold together, but it'll fall right back apart. So that's some beautiful stuff. No smell. It smells great actually. It smells like just like earth. So yeah, that's my worm bins, and this stuff will go in the garden. I've already had one of these that was already full. I used it to fill up a couple of beds out there. I'm getting more tires hopefully this week or next week. I got a lot of stuff coming up because I got to go pack up my mom's apartment and drag all that stuff back and back to my place and go through that, sell what I don't want, keep what I want, whatever. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff coming up, but I just wanted to show you this because I hadn't shown my worm bin, and this is really what keeps my garden going, really. Because without this, it'd be a little difficult. I mean, yeah, I got the compost on clearance, but I've never caught that much of it on clearance. Usually by the time I come up there, it's all gone. The people always beat me to it, so here were the spring onions I told you about. These are actually a nice size. You can see by the bottom of the stem, they're pretty good. Those are usually when I find them this size, I dig them up and move them over there to my central location over there. The little ones I usually don't fool with because they're just so tiny. It's really not worth digging them up, but these, they're a nice size. So I'm gonna try to get them up and move them because I hate to, step on them and crush them. These are really neat. Usually you can just kind of go out a few inches from them and like any other plant, just kind of lever down and get them out of the ground, but these are being a little more difficult here. And here's one. You can kind of see the little bulb that's on them. See, this is a very little one. Not saying it's not worth anything. I'll move them. But you can see the bulbs on. There we go. Get very big on these. But here's a nice cluster of them. But you see, there's the bulb of a bigger one. And you see how they make other little seeds. So they really just never go away. You can never get them all out of the ground. There's the bulb on another one. That's a nice size. When they do get so big to a point, I do actually dig them up and use the whole onion. Like I said, when they get to a certain size, if they're not past a certain size, I won't do that because at that point, when they're so little, it's so much of a hassle to even clean them and dig them up. I know it's hard to see this because I got so much other stuff, and that's another reason why I want to kind of get these out of here. Because of their genetics, they'll never really get that big, but when they're in the middle of all this other stuff that's unwanted, plants that make me understand why companies still make Roundup, when they're in the middle of all of that, and you can see how long the ends of those are, and you can kind of see still roots and stuff. These things will come back because see, here's some more seeds. They throw off little seeds, and like I said, even though you dig them up in this spot, give it a few years, the patch will be back thick again. Like I said, I really just like harvesting these and putting them in another spot, because when I put them in my little central location, that's a location that I know that I won't run over them with the mower or trample them or put stuff on top of them, because in the winter time they make fabulous eating, you know, just for wild onions and whatnot. That you can see the bulbs are white. They're like tiny. I mean, they are. They're not like, they are tiny little onions. For whatever reason, this vine substance is holding a lot of them down. And these particular vines, they have roots. And see, just like I broke this one off, you can see the roots in the bulb. I broke that one off, but I'll plant it and the top will grow anyway. But there's a vine in my yard that has roots it looks a lot like garlic. And those things are the most, I hate them. But you can see I kind of snapped the tops off all those. But you can see with all the roots and many different bulbs, there's probably 10 or 20 right in there. So yeah, when I find clusters like that, and here's one, so you can just kind of see the little bulb, and then it goes up to green, just like a regular onion, but it's just a baby. It's a little one. Yeah, like I said, when I can get those, when I can find me a nice cluster like this, I will pull as much of this as I can. And they don't mind being transplanted. You don't have to be gentle with them. They don't mind it. They don't even slump when you transplant them. You know, some stuff kind of slumps down or whatever. See, that one doesn't want to come out. Got one in here, the top just came off of it, but I still see the bottom of it. Maybe I can. Seems like it wants to come now. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay, there we go. Got him out. Alright, yeah. So, wait a minute. Let's see. No, that was just the top there. I got another little section where I had some big ones from last year that I missed. I'm going to dig those up as well. And I won't bore you with that, but I'll come back when I show you how I plant them over in my little central location where I have all the other ones. So, I'll be back. Okay, y'all, that's all of what I got. Quite a bundle. That's all the green tops. Now, when I plant these, I plant them just like they grow. They grow just about almost on top of each other. You see them? These little seeds and things that fall off. I already dug my hole. Throw them right down in there. And that was a bulb that I broke off. It already had some roots. I'll just tuck it in. You just take these, throw them all right in the hole. Don't even worry about it. Just throw them all in there. Throw them in there. And I'll just kind of lean them all to one side. And then just take my dirt. I do try to stand them up a little, but I'm not OCD about it. Because guess what? These things will root themselves back in absolutely no time. Now I do kind of make sure I firm them in good. And those will be just fine, just perfect. I had one slip out on me. You want to make sure you do try to pack that dirt back around them pretty good so they get good soil contact. But other than that, that's it. Quick, they're in. Like I said, these aren't onions, it's monkey grass. At some point they'll die. But that's my little bunch of onions that are in. Throughout here there are onions growing because I planted quite a few of them. over here because I knew that I wouldn't trample them and kill them and all that kind of stuff. So some of them might be under here. I don't know. Try not to lay wood on them. They are, but they'll come up. It's still a little early for them. They will. Matter of fact, here's some right here that I planted over here last year. So they're springing back up. Yep. There's some. Here's a nice little patch. Here's another little patch here that I planted in here, and I planted more over in there. But they will come up. Still a little early, but they'll come up. And there'll be a bunch of onions over there for me to eat. And I didn't even get all of them out of the yard. There are more in the yard. Just this time, here and there, I'll dig them up. These out here, right there, those 3 clusters, a couple of clusters over there. Here, these right here, I'm gonna move those a little closer as well, because I do walk through here a lot, and I don't want to trample them. So yeah, that's my little wild onion thing. And I might throw a little water on those to make sure the dirt settles around them, but you don't have to. All the other times I did it, I didn't put anything on them. So yeah, that's that. So until next time, keep watching, comment, like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what kind of videos you guys want to see next. I got some ideas coming up. I gotta catch you guys up on a few little things here and there, but yeah, so let me know. All right.